What's up, everybody? How we doing? Right when the song ended. Didn't even plan that. How's everybody doing? How's the audio? Last week or 2 weeks ago or whenever I streamed last, it was super choppy. Is it doing that again? What's up, Cypher? How's it going? Pluto, Brez Racing Draft. Hello, hello. Audio is great. That's what I like to hear, man. How was everybody's Taco Tuesday? How's my day so far? Pretty good. Did some home organization by means of reorganizing our pantry. I watched a show called Bored to Death a lot of the day. I played Rocket League. Cypher.
Mexo horn, Mexo horn, Mexo,
Mexo horn, Mexo horn, Mexo horn. There it is. Thank you for the tier 1 sub for 4 months. Finally fixed a stab on my Polaris. It's been paining me for a while, so it's been a good day. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Air 5. Hell yeah. But yeah, we got a cool build today. Rosinski. That didn't sound like a horn. That's funny. Rosinski, Razinski. Dude, I forgot to PM you. I'm sorry. I forgot to message you. After this stream, hit me up. If you're Raz from Discord, which I'm just assuming. But what's up? How is everybody? No, I did had some good food. Took a nice little nap, like 45-minute nap. Those are always solid. Played some Animal Crossing. Got to get on that Animal Crossing grind. Am I right? Other than that, just kept it low key. I am on summer break now. Have been since March because of quarantine, but I'm officially up picking up turnip. I bought like $1 million worth of turnips. 1 million bells worth of turnips this week. So it's been a productive week. Yeah, if you guys don't play Animal Crossing and you have a Switch, you should give it a shot. It's fun. It's good. It's a good time passer. No, I've been working. I'll talk more about this during the stream, but I've been finalizing details of the Squid 60. So we'll talk about that tonight. Other than that, I mean, it's kind of business as usual, right? We had a good stream last night. Cyrus and I were really happy with it. Like I said, it's not like every stream is bad by any means, but you know, a lot of the streams that we have are kind of business as usual. And last night we had been trying to figure out a way to bring back This Week in Keyboards. That's Huey. Check out Man of Interest whenever you get the chance. But Keeb of the Week, and that kind of randomly spawned. So that was cool. Archetype, what's up? If you guys haven't checked out, Archetype is running a cap right now. I don't remember the name of it. Let me see. Check him out on Instagram. Hi. If you want to. What's up? SMKeyboards. Funny you should be here. It's almost like we've previously discussed me streaming with with you being a part of this in some way, shape, or form. Looks like the Kolkraba. Am I saying that right? Kolkraba. Speaking of Animal Crossing, the Animal Crossing themed set that ran on the Key Company. It looks like he's doing a raffle for a blue and a green one. So go check it out. It's a fantastic little artisan. $60, I think. So unfortunately, I'm unable to get in on this one, as money is a little had to tie that one off. But no, it's really excited. He's cranking out awesome stuff all the time. I already spent more on artisans for Islander than Islander itself. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that. Thank you, Brez, for the link. So quick little history on this board. I'm going to turn the music down, my ears a little bit. So I reached out. SMKeyboards has been a phenomenal supporter of the show, at least on Instagram. He watches our stuff. He posts that he's watching our stuff. I always love, if you guys are on Instagram, I personally love when people like take a picture of them watching us. Like, it warms my heart. And he did that all the time. And he was the first person to do that. And so I hit him up and I was like, let's get a cool like board going, like Mechs on Deck. Let's theme it around this keycap set. And funny story. Well, I'll get to the story about the mail thing because it almost didn't exist, which would have been terrible. But we're going to get this. So today it is an I'm calling it in my head. I call it the SM60, but it is a 60% wind keyless stacked acrylic board. Golden Trash, what's up? Hello, hello. Keeb Noob, hello. But it's a SM60 stacked acrylic board. It is a wind keyless layout with a copper plate. And with some other custom things about it. I'm building it with creams that were lubed with 205 grade 0 and springs from Novel Keys that are 89 grams. So just a cool board. I've been really excited to use it. I've got some very good things. I've got a few things to say, just, you know, in my experience of just kind of messing with it, and I've taken it apart. I've kind of taken it apart and gotten all that stuff. I do have, you know, some constructive criticisms about some of the things I have noticed so far. No board is perfect. And for the price, I think as long as this thing does not explode in my hands, I think we're going to have a fun time. So if we could only get our hands on one. Yep. One day. So she's, yeah. Would love some feedback. I'm excited. I've built a few stacked acrylic boards. I've messed around with a few stacked acrylic boards. So it'll be a fun time. So let's take it down to the table. So, that camera's a smidge off-centered. Sorry for that. We're good. All right, cool. Looks centered to me. Building with an older ANSI. It's got some smudges on it from lube and all of that. The right shift doesn't work. This is like the 4th time I've used this PCB, and the right shift is the only thing that doesn't work. It is a wind keyless though, so we are just going to route that switch down to the wind keyless key and be all right. ANSI, you can pick this up. You can use the link with the sponsors. Let me. You can hit up canonkeys.com/mechsondeck if you want one of these bad boys. I highly recommend it. Like I said, this is the 3rd time I've used it. I've only messed up one pad, and it was 100% user error. So love this. It's going to have the RGB, which is important in a little bit to show off. So thank you, Brez. I just noticed that you did that. So very excited again to be building, probably getting close to my 10th build with an ANSI. So we'll get that going. I'm going to be using some C3 stabs tonight. I've used these once on a Baca, and the plate was pretty tight fitting. I thought these were Bruins Force 4777. What's up? I used these on the Baca, and like I said, the plate fittings were really snug. And so I decided to go with something. I've been wanting to use these. So I'm not trying to make the brightest and greatest build of all time. It's kind of more of a budget theme. Creams are still a good switch, and definitely, I wouldn't call them budget, but they're definitely not the most expensive switches you can have in your arsenal. I've also been wanting a 60% with linears. So real quick, by the way, Miknos let me borrow Cat to try out. Not a huge fan of it. I just forgot to switch the caps off. So what keycaps are going on this bad boy? GMK Deep Space. So excited, which is going to go with the theme of the colors. So I'm going to hide my face. So fingerprints, smudges already because I put some switches in, made sure everything kind of fit. This is a custom cut copper plate. This is a fixed layout. That was a big deal for me, kind of a deal breaker, honestly. I was like, if I'm doing this, I'm going to do this with a fixed plate. And that was kind of literally one of the few things I told him was, if I'm going to do this, I want a fixed plate and I want it in the layout that I want. Outside of that, I don't care. And he was like, yep, sounds good. So he's got his SM logo right here. He put the Mechs on Deck logo, which I didn't even know this was going to happen. So that was an awesome surprise. If we flip it over, I did try and clean it up, but I've once again grabbed it. My first complaint, but this is just going to be a thing with the fact that we're using a clear acrylic, is this thing is a fingerprint magnet. So if you're looking for a board that's going to sit and look pretty all day, maybe not this one. But this is going to be a workhorse. I do love the freaking absolute units of bump-ons that he chose. Only should we get fancy? Absolutely. Second thing that I would say, move this logo just a smidge up or something. Maybe it's different because of this, but like, I was like, oh, I'm covering the SM logo. Maybe matte or frosted. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I mean, I like that it's shiny, and I don't personally care. Those are for the lube station. Whatever. I like them on this. So this is what we're going to be building. He sent this with purple caps. So GMK Deep Space is a blue, purple, and gray. I kind of wanted the black to go with the gray, and the blue and purple accents are kind of there. It's going to have RGB on the bottom. So this is I'm really digging this colorway. I love that it's got the Mechs on Deck logo. I think that's super awesome. Very excited. I did break this bad boy open. But we'll get into it again. Matte hides fingerprints 100%. Yeah, and I didn't choose matte, so let's bring me back so you guys can see my horrible looking face. And let's move into opening this guy up. So like I said, creams. I don't think they'll smell because they've been out for a while, but never mind. I've taken those apart, lubed them, and put them back in a bag, and it still smells like dead fish. It is an old Novel Keys bag, but he makes good bags. What can I say? Cream smelled like that too. Yeah, dude, that's just the name of the game, man. All right, so as with stacked acrylic, one thing that it's hard to get away from is the sides are not going to be perfectly even. I'm okay with that. You know, once again, I know what I'm buying. All right, if you're buying a stacked acrylic board, don't expect to have key cult quality, perfect edges, everything. It's a stacked acrylic board. It's built for the layout. It's built for what's going to be a pretty cool sound. I have always enjoyed the sound of stacked acrylic boards. But you're going for the custom look, the ability for RGB, lots of different layout options. You know, it's great. This is like fantastic. Based on the quality alone, I appreciate that it came put together. It came put together before, which is not what I can say about some other stacked acrylic boards where it's just kind of put in and wrapped up. Everything was all peeled and presented, so when you open it up, it's nice and ready to go. So this is the top piece. It is slightly smaller to show off that blue. And there is kind of a matte finish on the other side, I guess, if I wanted to change it up. That's pretty cool. Reversible. So I'm going to try and keep these together. So I guess, yeah, there is a little bit of gray in there to match the caps. Have the matte on top. All right. So this is the plate. Like I said, very fingerprinty, but I'm not picky. You don't see it. But cool Mechs on Deck logo. Pretty straight. So, little late. How's it going, Tree Tactilian man? I'm good. This is the bottom. I'm actually just going to keep the bottom like this. There's not really a need to take it apart much further than that. I think stacked acrylic gets a bit of a bad rep because of how easy it is to do a basic sandwich, but you really aren't limited to basic mounting options on acrylic. Yeah, and the thing is, Disco Crocodile, what's up, man? The thing is, if a PCB exists, you most likely can get a board to fit it, right? Like you can, if you want a 75%, you can hit him up and go, hey, if you have like a PCB for a KBD 75, you can hit him up and go, Disco Crocodile with 5 gifted subs. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. Love you, bud. It doesn't, you're not limited with this. So, it's very unique. It's not something you see a lot. Obviously you can't, with metal boards, you can't just go, hey, make me this. Just make me a one-off. No, you can't really do that. So, I do need to clean these stabs as they have been lubed. And while I'm sure I did a fine job lubing them, my first go at these, it probably could use a touch-up sitting in a box forever. Change had a really interesting one with the Console 60. Yeah, it's, these boards are just, because they're not metal, when you get into this hobby, one of the first things you learn is metal bad or metal good, plastic bad. And while, most of the time you're getting into this hobby because you want higher quality stuff, and that's not to say that these boards aren't high quality, you're getting in because you want the metal case, you want the heft, you want the, weight equals premium in this hobby, as I've said before. So when you get into something like acrylic, you're like, well, I'm kind of backtracking, right? And I'm like, man, you can enjoy a board. This is a Clavier commission. This is an SMKeyboards commission. SMKeyboards. Currently typing on a leaf spring sandblasted isolation mount 60%. That is intense. Prototype of my own. Hell yeah, dude. Where's mine, bro? I'm kidding. Love you, bud. What price range are we talking about for a board like this? I'm thinking it was what? SM. I don't remember. It's somewhere between like 100 and 200. Or no, I think it was just north of like 200. I don't remember. I've slept since then. Very inexpensive for what you get. And I got a copper plate because I was like, why not? It's a copper plate. Yeah, hardware, copper plate, PCB plus switches. I mean, what is it? Is it more expensive than a tofu? Yes, but you can also get it customized to be exactly what you want it to be. And tofus don't come with copper plates. I love sandwich. The Baka sandwich. So I was absolutely for it. It's going to be a stiff typing experience. I like a stiff typing experience. That is a preference of mine. Not saying it is the best, but it is what I like. I am putting linears in this, but I also like. I also really like stiff typing on linears. Baka is Baka is definitely the Baka can be a girl, but the squid is a boy. So yeah, so I am waiting on renders for the squid. So I've got pricing figured out. I won't announce it quite yet. Canner, what's up, homie? My goal, if I can get the renders and everything ready, my goal is to get the interest check up next week. I would love to have it up by Monday, but I am at the will of another person. And, you know, sometimes you just got to wait your turn, and that's totally fine. It is going to come in 2 different colors. It is, like I said, it's taken anything that I did have problems with on the Baka 60, I have fixed. The OG owners of the Baka will have the option to go in and buy a plate. The updated plate is going to allow for a 2U backspace, and I believe the big right shift, though I don't really care too much about the big right shift. That's not really something that I'm really hell-bent on. But this board is not for me as much. It is a board, I made a board for me, and then I decided to change the board slightly to allow other people to enjoy it to their maximum ability. So, loving integrated plates at the moment. Not sure about the cushioned typing feel trend, although I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, dude, I really liked my integrated tofu. I miss it. But, you know, boards come and go. Some boards, I was talking with Janelle, what's up? I was talking with Lang the other day about, you know, some boards are awesome, and some boards you enjoy for a while and then you move on. Did some key prep today, ended up making some Pacos, much better with 78 gram springs, so I've learned I enjoy that weight. Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. So today, stabs wise, you guessed it, 205 grade 0. Where are... Take a few of these out. So I'm thinking with C3, the C3 stabs, what I am thinking is that I'm going to go for... I was like, I want to put these on a linear. So the issue that stabs have is the last board I built with it was very tactile. And stabs, if it's even a little bit loose, stabs can rattle some and just be awkward on tactile boards. Like, you can't beat a linear stab. Because it's all smooth. It's supposed to be smooth. It's just super nice and super easy. Where that's why I was like, maybe I didn't give the C3s the full extent of the love that it deserves. So, I really love the cream sound with the carbon fiber plate. Very nice. Nice. And heavily considered desoldering the Securios for 100 gram creams. They are good, man. 100 gram creams are amazing. Any different thoughts? Any different thoughts on blueberries since you've had them for a while now? I love them initially, but I got lilacs and feel so scratchy in comparison. I don't know what a shadow is. So I had a blueberry board, or I have it. These 4 are lubed, and the enter is lubed, and spring swap. The rest are standard. While yes, they are a little bit scratchy. I think they need lube. I think you get, it's kind of give and take, right? You're always going to have some issues. You're always going to have some issues with the creams. They're not going to be as smooth, but in my opinion, you take the blueberries are really good for the sound. C3 aren't the same as Duroc stabs. No, they are not. So these stabs are made with palm, I believe. Could be wrong, but I'm like 90% sure I'm not mistaken in that. Where Duroc is not palm. I will say that I prefer Duroc stabs. But it's hard to get them when they're not in stock. Loving the lilacs at the moment after filming, of course. Nice. I like the lilacs, but I just didn't think they sounded as good. I wound up trading lilacs for creams. Still have to find a home for blueberries. Nice. I almost put blueberries in this, but then I was like, no. I've got plans for my blueberry that I'm not going to talk about yet. And I wanted a 60% board with creams. So I have creams in my Q Frequency Rev 2 case. It's all acrylic. They sound great. Yeah, I'm super excited for how this is going to sound. Now, I do believe blueberries would have sounded really good in this case as well, but I just think these creams are going to sound fantastic. I don't think it matters. I think creams, blueberries, I don't think it matters. So, creams and acrylic sounds great, honestly. Yep. Absolutely. So, funny story about this board. So, we talked about it for a while. And, you know, we were just back and forth, lots of messages. And then we started the conversation on Instagram, and then we moved the conversation to Discord. And I was like, all right, man, just, you know, let me know. And so to get it, you know, I was like, yeah, just, you know, I'll send PayPal whenever it's ready to go. And so I guess he messaged me pretty late one night, and I was already asleep. And I woke up at like 8:30, 9 in the morning. I was like half asleep, and I checked my phone, and I was like, oh, I've got Discord messages. And I looked, and it just said PayPal email. I was like, oh, okay, he's asking for it. But my morning brain was just like, well, just send your email. And my PayPal email, my normal PayPal account is on my older email address, but I use that PayPal account for everything. And my newer email address is it's an alternate PayPal that I used for a while, and kind of just made by accident, but it had an address that I used to live at still on there, and it's not even marked as my main one, so I don't even know what happened. But I'm like talking to him, and I'm like, hype, I can't believe this is finally getting shipped. It was delayed a couple weeks just because of, you know, COVID-19 and quarantine and all that, and it finally got shipped. And I'm like, oh, it says delivered, and I'm like, that's not my zip code. And I look, and I'm like, oh my god, it got shipped to my old address. So I emailed probably 4 times, and I called them and left them a bunch of messages and panicked because it's like delivered in mailbox. I was like, son of a bitch. And so I, after like 3 or 4 days, I get a call on like Saturday. It was supposed to be delivered on like a Tuesday. And I get a call on Saturday, and they're like, we received your message. We reached out to the person, and she hasn't gotten anything, but her mail is on hold. And I was like, okay, well, at least like it's looking for it. And then randomly, like 2 weeks from today ago, or no, I guess it might have been a Wednesday. I don't remember. But I just get a call, and they're like, hey, she checked your mail, and it was there, and we have it at the front desk. I was like, oh my God, thank Christ. Super stoked about that. So, let's see. Do you prefer to re-lube after a given amount of time, or is it one of those done deal? How long does lube last? I'll let you know. Because the oldest lube switches that I have are actually sitting on the board in front of me. And while I do think that they may need a slight touch-up, honestly, I think they're okay. And those are 1.5 years old. I've used those switches more than any other switch from any board. I think they're great. So I think they sound fantastic. I think they're very smooth. I think after a while, after the plastic's rubbing on the plastic and the lube's there to help guide it, after a while the plastic just becomes smooth and the lube is still there. It's just okay. It just becomes okay after a while. So need to make sure that is the right way. So we're answering that, of course, man. If you have any questions, man, I'm here. I'm just chilling. Be right back. All right, man. I'm not going anywhere. That's what I thought. So it's the other way. I think MCG dries faster than Crytox. Wouldn't know. I think that what needs to be touched up from time to time, in my opinion, are stabs. I have had to touch up stabs just a little bit. Depends on how much the board. It's always the space bar, and it depends on how much use that board gets. If it's getting a lot of use, I'll notice it. You're literally able to just take some pliers, pull it up, rub the sides with some lube, put it back down, and you're good. Outside of that, I have never had issues when it comes to like noticing that lube is losing its lubiness, its stickiness. I'm gonna sound like an idiot. What's the pink stuff? Like these? Mr. Blonde, what's up? Yeah, these are stabs. Yes. I've heard people saying their relube Crytox maybe works every 2 years or so, not feel. For sound, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think sound-wise, it can Because after a while, the feel smoothens out. That's why people like vintage blacks, because they're very smooth. They've been used a bunch. Think of using switches like, I guess here's an analogy off the dome. Lubing a couch. A couch can be very comfy, but if there's no upholstery on it, it might be a little prickly or it might feel goofy on it. You upholster the couch, you put leather on it to make it feel very good when you're sitting. After a long time use, it actually is going to feel better because you've kind of eased into the couch, you've broken in the couch some to kind of form how you like it, and it starts to feel really, really good because it's not firm anymore, it's kind of broken in some. After a while, yes, you are going to destroy that leather if it's a cheaper leather, unless it's like amazing. But you can also reupholster the couch, and it's still the same couch, but it does kind of fix some of the issues. But yeah, you can. It's still going to feel very, very good. It's just some light maintenance, but you don't need to do it that often. How do you touch up stabs? And I'll actually show you here in just a sec. So let me... So what you can do, you can literally just pull it up, touch up the sides. Right here, you just grab some tweezers, pull it up, touch up each side, press them down, press it a few times, throw it back down, boom. Fuck DoorDash, I'm sorry, bud. Yep, I used to work at DoorDash before they stopped paying as much. I actually made some pretty decent money in DoorDash before they started skimming tips off the top. Yeah, DoorDash is... It's a business, that's for sure. It is business first. How bad did they mess it up? Oh, you're asking them. Hopefully not too bad. The worst is when they mess it up and then they're like, hey, we messed it up, but all the restaurants are closed. Sorry, no food for you. Which I know has happened to Osiris a few times. That guy just has like the worst luck with DoorDash. Missing the chips and queso on my order. Man, that's the worst. Are you enjoying Taco Tuesday, Brez, though? How's the night been so far? It's been good, man. Nothing catastrophic has happened. Nothing horrible. To me, at least. To Brez, sorry, man. Chipotle's still good, dude. Burritos are just big tacos. Very nice. Yeah, I feel that. Driver straight up ate half my brother's meal on the drive to his house. That's awesome. I'm sorry. That sucks, but that's also just hilarious. Just screw it. Just screw it. This is mine now. I love it. I always told myself if I didn't really know that my last DoorDash venture was going to be my last, but I always told myself if I had my last DoorDash and I knew it was my last one, I would just go wait all night for the biggest freaking order they had, and then just get it, turn off my phone, delete the app, just go home with a giant meal. Like, all right, see ya. It was fantastic. The one thing that was always strange about DoorDash is if I worked nights, this happened a lot, but like if you work on a weekend in the evening, you are almost guaranteed going to get a free meal by the end of the night because someone will drunkenly order it and forget that they ordered it. And then you just sit there for like 40 minutes. What was it? What's been your best free meal? That's a good one. Someone ordered like... it was a bunch of... someone ordered like really nice barbecue. Like really expensive, like $80 worth of barbecue. And just never answered the door. I think they put the wrong address. And I was like, hell yeah. I got, lots of fast food that, if it's like McDonald's or Whataburger super late at night, I'm like, there's a high possibility that I will get this. Mostly the fast food orders. Those are the ones that typically get forgotten about. Ooh. I was talking about this with my buddy Grind the other night. But you ever drink water and just the water really fucking hits? It just fucking hit right now. Grind if you're listening, or Janelle if you're listening. Tell Grind the water's fucking slapping right now. It's like you're not like dying for thirst, but you're a little thirsty, and you're like, ooh, I could go for some cold water. That was some cold ass water. Water rules. Oh, Doyle rules, man. So, what are people building? What are people working on keyboard-wise this week? We're starting to see Iron ship out. I know Osiris loves his. Next subject, do you have a build service or just whatever comes your way you can work on? Hit me up on... Okay, I'll just say it. We don't really do a build service. There are a lot of people that... there are a lot of people that... if you're local, if you're in the Dallas area, hit us up. There are a lot of great people. We oftentimes... send me a Discord. We very often will... don't really charge. We'll charge for like lubing sometimes, just because lubing is a whole different thing. But typically we just, if someone's like, hey, can you build us a board? We kind of view it as like, all right, then we get to build a board on stream, and streaming is our product, right? It's not our product and our service is the streaming aspect. That's why we stream. Of the 3 times, we're only building one of the 3 streams, so we don't really focus on it. We are happy to build boards for whoever wants it. We typically don't charge. You have to pay for shipping and stuff, You have to provide all of the equipment outside of lube, but outside of that, I mean, it's just kind of, if you want a board built by us, hit us up. We're open to all things. Especially if you're local. If you're local, absolutely. Welcome to the, just said, welcome to the chat room for me. Tofu 65, very nice, very nice. Also, because we build once a week, the other thing is we don't want to get... Did I just bend a pen? No, I didn't. We're good. Stash, what's up, man? Since we only build once a week, we know that if we opened it up, you know, these would be for streams, right? And so if we opened it up, people might... you know, expect their boards built sooner, right? And we kind of have a schedule that we go by, and then if, you know, for instance, let's say this, here for that tasty SM, hell yeah, dude. Let's say that Hellbent TV wants a 65% tofu built, and we're like, yeah, we'll get it to you in 2 weeks. And everyone hates waiting for their keyboards to be built. Like, that's just a thing. Everyone, I get that. But if we get a prototype of something that needs to be built sooner, or if we get a board, sometimes we are fortunate enough to, whenever a group buy finishes up, they'll prioritize to send it to us. And, you know, we understand, we're very fortunate for that. But they want to kind of build the hype, especially for like an extra sale. Lang, what's up? They'll send it to us so that we can kind of get that hype growing, right? We'll prioritize that over a board that maybe people have already seen before. So that's why we don't promote it a whole lot. We've been very fortunate with some prototypes that are upcoming and prototypes that have happened, personal builds, rebuilds, all that stuff. So it's tough. Also, I'll be honest, it's very tough to get a lot of boards and to stream 2-3 times a week, build streams 2-3 times a week. You know, it only takes one person to go, they built a bad board, for you to just never be able to get boards sent to you again. So, and there are already a lot of people who build keyboards that are very good at it. Raykuza, send me a link. Cartoon 911, Cartoon 91, what's up? Lang, hello. Tactilian asked SMKeyboards, how can I give you my money? Lang, I'm sorry for the cam rattle. All right, that's good. If you are a build streamer, I recommend, man, that is just not stopping. And drawing attention to it's not gonna help, Dave. Did you really get 2 irons? He did, man. Go steal one. You live close. Doxed. Not gonna say where, but let's see. And Hellbent TV, send me a message now so I'll remember. Ooh, these sound good. I can already tell you this board is going to sound amazing. And I'm going to type the fuck out of it. Creams on brass. Creams on copper, man. Creams on copper. Blowjay, thank you for the tier 1 sub, man. Show you a message. I have received said message. Thank you. All right. So, I'm going to get a couple more anchor switches. The best part about this, and this is another reason why I love, well, this just came out, so I'll put it back in. I don't have to guess where to put the switches. Boom. I don't have to guess. So, SM, are you in the chat? Are you still here? Or are you tired of watching people build your boards? All right, dude. Love you, Lane. I have my next and probably last constructive criticism for SM, which if he comes back, someone like at Mex on Deck Me when he's back, the plate is just a smidge too wiggly. I think that it is these just slide in, which is great because I've built plates that are too tight. But, well, this isn't because it's not aligned properly. But some of these holes are just a little bit too big. And with PCB mount switches, that's totally fine. With with plate mount switches, that will have some problems. But problems are okay, because problems can be fixed. Do you think there would be any difference in performance if the brass were to oxidize? I don't think so. I want it to oxidize. I want to show off real quick. I need to get like a dog cam. Because this is what's happening, like, right to the next left of me. Look at that. That's that's live right now. Literally, like, right over there. It's my pupper, Howie. And I figured I'd show him off real quick. For those curious, I solder at 660 degrees. Yes, I know. I would have missed a great opportunity to solder at 666 degrees. Why do I do 660? One, I forgot.
Did someone say solder?
Hell yeah, dude. Delafin solder shrine, still there, my guy. I was aiming for 650. The way you go through it, I was just like, all right, screw it. 660 is fine. I like it hot. I like it toasty. All the wires, all the things. This is like a $10 fan. Highly recommend. You know, it's not the best to just inhale solder. All right, so we got some cool stuff. We got Delphin subbed, Theodore.
I'm happy to say that I finally got my Polaris shipping notification on Saturday, and it's supposed to get here Monday.
Hell yeah. So let's see. BlowJ subscribed. I think I already said that. Theodore Buckeaster. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub 4 minutes ago. 4 minutes ago. Bubblehead Brett gave out a sub. Thank you. Cartoon91, thank you for the 50 bits. Delphin gave a sub to Cartoon91. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Gotta mainline those fumes. You got to, man. No, please don't. Chewy, I know you hate 65%, but I just put GMK Necro on my E6.5 just for you. Hell yes. Bro, send me a pic. Send me that pic. So what I'm doing right here is I am putting in some anchor switches. This is going to just make putting in switches into the plate a lot easier. It's going to make sure the plate and PCB are aligned nicely. Like I said, the shift does not work, the right shift, so we're going to route it to where that Windows key would be on a Sangen layout. With just, honestly, just some solder and electrical tape. It doesn't look amazing, but an anonymous cheer. Thank you for the 69 bits. Nice. So, where is it? You know, some PCBs, which is funny because usually I'm like, you never see the PCB. You can actually see the PCB on this one, but you'll be looking at lights. So, should we just send you a pic? Hell yeah. Here, let's take a gander. Let's take a gander real quick. Oof. Oof. Love me some awkward looking Necro, man. Who cares? Who cares that it's not what it was? Who cares? End product. The people that bought into it probably cared, but you know, I'm sure they got some money back for it on the mechs of market. I think that's those. I gotta look. He's back. SM. What did I miss? I thank you guys for remembering. I don't need to do anything with that. So my one little, probably my biggest complaint about this board is I felt that some of the plate holes for the switch plate was a little loose. Not like bad loose, but like wiggle room loose that I thought that could be a little bit tighter. I thought that they could be just a smidge tighter. I'm using PCB mount switches, so I don't mind. But if I had to pick one big thing that I would complain about, that would be it. Each plate's going to be a little bit different because he cuts his plate specific for what is happening. And is that okay? That's there. That's correct. If I want to look at this, so that is my my one true criticism about this board is that the plate fittings could be a little bit looser or tighter. Sorry. They are just a smidge too loose. So I'm just making sure because I remember some of these switches still had some solder in it, but actually we're actually doing all right. So we're okay. We can, except, well, not that one. All right, just one. Yo, how's it going, my dude? Stash boards, hell yeah. But I will say, honestly, better too loose than too tight. I would much rather have to deal with switch alignment than hurting my thumbs for 2 days. So let's see. I'm going to dive into your Instagram tonight. SMKeyboards. Hell yeah, dude. Hope everyone's having a good night. I'm having a good night. I'm excited for this board, man. All right, let's tidy up some. I'm getting... It's a bit of a clusterfuck over here. Whoops. Yay, happy to be building one of the same as boards. Hell yeah, dude. Beware of pixels, welcome. Played is beautiful, Chewy. Thank you, man. Got any Squid 60 leaks for us, Chewy? I said earlier, expect... The big leak is expect group buy in July. Expect... My goal... Now, I wouldn't say expect this. My goal is to have the interest check up early next week. Will that happen? I hope. But my goal is to have the interest check up next week so that we could talk about it on Monday. I have the price. I haven't finalized. Like, I have the price finalized. I just have to finalize the pricing on the PCB. I'll show off the PCB at the end of the stream. Just remind me. I don't know if that could just be proto, so we'll find out on that. But yeah, Squid 60 should be a cool board. It is going to be a limited group buy. There are going to be 50 slots available. I have no idea how fast that will fill up. You know, if I say it'll fill up in 1 minute, it'll take 10 days. If I say it'll take 10 days, it'll fill up in 1 minute. So all you can do is stay informed. I will be launching an interest check. I don't know if I'll go on Geek Hack. What I might do is just do it through Reddit, and then it will be and there will be a channel on our Discord. You will be able to sign up for this channel. And get a role, and I will make announcements in that channel specifically. And I will update if for those who were in, which I don't know who all was in the Squid 60 group buy other than Brez that's in chat right now. I will pat myself on the back. I made sure to update as frequently as possible. I just like to be very upfront. I typically said right off the bat, don't expect an update for the first 2 months, or the first 6 weeks. I'm not going to update you because there's nothing going to be update. So don't ask. Don't seriously ask, because I'm not going to have something. And then it did get stuck in shipping. That was funny. So it'll be a fun time. I'm excited. I think it's a great board. I think it's a good workhorse. I think Brez can probably back me up on this, that it is not the highest quality board. I didn't set out to make the highest quality board. I set out to make a solid board that you can rely on, a solid, fun typing experience, a heavy as fuck board. It's over 5 pounds as a 60%. And it's my workhorse. Wind keyless layout's a great layout. I use it all the time. It's probably my most used board. Sounds good, feels good. It's just, it's all reliable. Instagram did do some stupid updates, man. Main board on the desk the last several weeks. Yeah, I mean it's an easy go-to if you like 60%. If you like the layout, it's an easy go-to board. I know Cyrus would probably use it more if 65% was not his favorite layout, but whoop. I mean 60% wind keyless. This is 60% wind keyless. It's my favorite layout. with 75% being a close second in the Singa style layout, which is right there. Yeah, SM, man, post links, do whatever you want, man. It's shill yourself out. Shit, SM, did you send stickers? I don't know if you have stickers. If you do, I gotta add you to the shill jug. Shill jug's gotten pretty intense. I got Heine recently, another Prime Caps. I got, what else did I get that was new? I got, the Project Keyboard one, Rensuya. It's growing. It's growing. The shill jug is just getting shillier and shillier. When keyless tip, escape key plus control equals Windows. So what I do, my function key is my caps lock. So I actually use this function key as my Windows. So, easy peasy. Now, that might not work for everybody. I get that, but good to know. Escape plus control is Windows. Easy clap. Ooh, we were one off, boys. Whoop. Stash, you the realist. I am excited to get this build done so I can just type on it, man. This brass plate is legit. It's legitness. If anybody's into Vines. My wife and I have been watching Vines almost non-stop. Really? Looks like we did okay. So, all right, Delaphan, my boy, it's time to get down and dirty. Bruins was we're missing a bunch. I tried looking for the shill jug. Is that the no, sorry. It is a Bubba Keg. I'll just post a link to it. Hold on. I call it the shill jug because I shill out companies and brands and people. I just shill their names all over it. It is a Bubba Keg something. I'll look it up. Copper. I'm sorry, man. I'm already messing it up. Man, there's a bunch of different ones now. Oh, they have one with a straw now? Got ripped. That is the shill jug. I'm shilling out a Bubba Keg. Yeah, there's a logo under here somewhere. It's right there. You see the B? Boom, Bubba Keg. Great bottles, by the way. Plus, when you get something big like this and you fill it all the way up, you drink more water. And they're like, this one's like 13 bucks. And no water bottles. You know, we try and drink less from water bottles if you can. I understand sometimes it's unavoidable, but you know, when given the opportunity, save some money, save the earth, right? Little things add up over time. Best purchase I ever made was a Hydro Flask for my water drinking habits. Hell yeah, dude. Hydro Flasks are good. I know some of my coworkers have Hydro Flasks and very much enjoy it. So I've got this one at home, and at work I use the actual. So I guess it's just called Bubba brand, but I believe they started out with what was called the Bubba Keg, which is a 52-ounce behemoth, which is this thing, for those interested. Also a great purchase at $15. But I drink that at work, so I don't have to, because I drink a lot of water at work, and it's just super easy. You fill it up. I basically drink one of those before lunch, fill it up, and then one after lunch. Like, fill it up and then drink it and then finish it through the rest of the day. And I just drink 2 of those throughout the day. It's fantastic. The only issue is that it's a 52-ounce jug, so it's quite large. But so really excited. So we got Fropsy coming on tomorrow. Super hyped on that. He'll be joining us. Designer of a lot of boards, helps co-design a lot of boards, gives a lot of input. Very important member of this community that has probably worked on something that you have purchased or have, at minimum, admired. He is also a fellow sneakerhead like myself. So we got that tomorrow at 8 p.m. For those who have never watched Mechs on Deck, I am one half of a little duo. Mondays, we have our weekly episode where we typically just pick a topic and run with it. Yesterday, we talked about issues with the cat profile legends that happened. If you missed it, the video will actually be live either tomorrow or the next day. So keep an eye on that. You know, and then on Wednesdays we bring guests or people from around the community. Last week we had Mr. Disco Crocodile, who gave a fantastic interview. This week we have Mr. Fropsy coming to join us. And next week, we'll announce it tomorrow. So be sure to stay tuned. We stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. California Time, West Coast Time. Quick shout out to our sponsors. We have some awesome sponsors. Switchmod.net/mechsondeck. For 4% off lube and all of that goodness. All the lube that I used for both the switches as well as the stabilizers came from Switchmod with 205 grade 0. What we recommend for linear builds and all stabilizers. We've got mechsondeck.dixiemech.com. Go pick up GMK Moto Round 2. Moto is my second favorite set of all time. It is on my Singa, which is back behind me over there, showing off in the background. It is a fantastic set. I highly recommend you go pick it up because it goes on everything. Be sure to use that link. Does help us continue to do awesome and fun things, as we do get a kickback from that. Also, go check out those GMK keycap cases. Those little storage cases. I know Eric really likes it. I'm a man stuck in my ways using plastic bags because they fit in a drawer beside me. and I appreciate that. But if you are wanting a little bit better quality than Ziploc bags, which I totally understand, pick up some of those cases. And next up, we've got project mexondeck.project.link. You can go check them out. Keep your eyes peeled for the Sirius. He's got some keycaps sets running next month. He's taking a break from keycap sets this month. Be sure to check that out. And last but not least, the PCB that I am using for this build from Canakeys. You can go to excuse me, you can go to canakeys.com/mexondeck. Pick up this PCB and you are able to, it's $35. Highly recommend if you're building a 60% board. As well as Cat Explosion is going on right now. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. We also have some amazing partners at Zap Cables. Zap Cables makes the best cables in this community, in my opinion. It is the cable that is sitting on my desk. He does some fantastic work with it, as well as check out Smith & Rune. Keep your eyes peeled for Iron 165 extras. And last but not least, Type Beast. Go check out. Give me just a second and I will. Brez, can you give me a exclamation point partners? I believe that works. Hey, Lang is back. Sorry to actually come back. Type Beast, hit up the typebia.st for a fantastic newsletter. If you guys have not, go click on Lang's name and go follow him. He does some great build streams and is one of the funniest fucking guys I have ever met. Go check him out. He is amazing. Gotta have the trays, man. I don't like the trays. I'm sending all of my old trays to I Am Me, You Are You, because I was like, I didn't realize Peaches and Cream came in that tray, and I was like, don't want this, and I would literally open it up with I Am Me, You Are You. We were doing a build stream together at this time. And he was like, I'll take him. I was like, all right, dude. So, shipping him out some fun stuff. I think Mizu and Peaches and Cream, both Rinsuya sets, going to him. Peaches and Cream is such a nice set. It is such a fun and cool looking set. So I didn't do the shift because I do have to kind of rig that thing. All right, didn't do this one. I do kind of have to rig that in a weird way. It's gonna look terrible, but it's gonna work, and that's what I'm going for. That's what you do with old PCBs that have met their end, is you use them until you physically cannot. We've got this finished. We're going to I'm actually going to lay down that. I do need to lay down a base of soldering. I'm going to see if that works. If not, we're going to keep trying. All right. Saw it in person today for the first time. Legit shocked people would be upset about receiving that. It's so good. Accurate. My friend Tiki treated his own copper plate for Nautilus theme build. Hell yeah. Would you ever consider pre-oxidizing? Yeah. See, I think it'd be cool to do pre-oxidizing, but it's also one of those things that I kind of want it to wear down over time. All right. Let's see how I did. Good start. Kidding. It works. Boom. Got there, boys. We got there, boys. You're into sneakers, right? Pre-oxidizing would be like using acetone on lance mount. Yeah. I am into sneakers. If you have sneaker questions, let me know. That is the other hobby I enjoy talking the most about. All right, so we can get rid of this. I am actually... I'm going to take a quick $5. I will be back. My mother-in-law is visiting. And I'm going to go say hello. I'm going to clean up my desk area. I like it nice and tidy. Boy, howdy indeed. Kang 2. So give me just a minute and I will be back in a few with the rest of the build. So I'll be right back. Oh, we back. We fucking back. Okay. So got everything laid out. I'm not going to take all this apart because I don't like the idea of taking this apart. There are like 3 you can, and it's very simple. It's just, it can be a little tricky to put the acrylic layers back and just, guess what? Tiny pieces of plastic are flimsy. Desk mount swap. Yeah, I just threw it on top. Secrets. Just put it on top. Yay, wasting channel points. Hell yeah, dude. These, especially these bottom ones, fragile. So just don't want to mess with them. So we're just going to slide that in. It's nice and dusty. It's nice and messy, but you know what? I'm okay with it. So we're doing matte side up. SM, you're here. SM, am I doing matte side up or am I doing shiny? Keep Noob, what's up? Do I do matte or do I do shiny? What do you think, chat? Matte or shiny? Matte. All right, we're doing matte. Now, I don't know if this is technically upside down, but we'll find out. I need to make sure there's no like divots. Okay, there's no divots. That's fine. I just dropped a screw. I really hope I can find that. But it's not, it is not a build stream with Chewy if you don't drop something. It does, in fact, help to use the correct size bit. And guys, guess what? This is how I know it's going to be a good stream. Because the screw fell straight into my lap and not on the ground. I had a good feeling about going into this stream. Boom. Kaner, what's up, dude? I miss you, bud. If you don't know, Kaner... Shout out to her. She gave me this guy. Kowalski! And she is one of the realest homies. Review for the tube. I like this one. I don't know what it is, but I like this board. It's a good board. I have a feeling that I'm going to really like this board. What are these types of screws called? Hex screws? I don't know. M3 aluminum hardware screw plus washer. There's your answer. It just has an industrial look to it. I really like that. I enjoy that part about this. All right. Let's hide my face. Very cool. Very, very cool. I'm probably going to go through and loosen them up a little bit after. And just kind of push them, make them a little bit more even. It is stacked acrylic. We're working with something that... Let's zoom in a little bit. That's just... You know, it's multiple pieces, so it's not going to be perfect. So I'm going to probably unscrew it later and just make sure. What do we got here? Jeff Lepper, thank you for the 6-month sub, tier 1. Thanks, dude. And look at this, guys. I even got all the caps that I need ready to go. Thank you, man. I really... Clearance is good. The colors were made... The decision on the color of the board was made because of the caps. This is an underrated GMK set. It is a little goofy. It's a little weird. The legends are not the most readable thing on the planet, but this is a cool set. My only gripe about this set is this key. I don't like the two row backspace. I didn't like that on Honeywell either. I want to see it with caps on now. Ooh. Let's go for another one. Ooh. Let's take a quick break. Oh, man. Both very funny and disturbing at the same time. Absolutely. That joke was specifically, well, yes, it was for SM. That joke was also like specifically for Langlandia. My goal in life is to make Lang laugh. I keep trying to click. It won't let you. All right. All right, sorry, I've been listening. Chewy, can you pose, please? Here we go. Here. Nope. Ooh. There's your poses. I know Eric's not watching right now. And he's just going to start seeing these fucking clips post. And I'm just going to get a message that was like, dude, what the fuck? Not mad, but just like, what were you doing? Explain. Exciting, nice squeak squeak. So very excited. The one thing I try not to do is like when I typically build a board, as also I'm just like not even on camera because I was too busy posing, is I try not to like grab it and then just start hitting it immediately because that's what I used to do all the time. And I'm like, I gotta save it for the typing sounds. Hey, cool. You know what doesn't go behind after V is R. How fast does this guy type though? Oh, be ready. Not very fast. Surprised no one caught the R. You know what? I don't think you've ever said this to you. I like your glasses a whole lot. You know what's funny? I've been looking to get new glasses. But I honestly might just get, Warby Parker. Did you break in the creams? Nah, man. I break as I go. There it is. Let's zoom out a little bit so I can get a little more light on there. Oh, that's a beaut. That is a fucking sexy board. Oof. The purple matches nicely. The blue is really nice. Like, oh shit. Fuck yeah. I am super hyped on this board. This is one of the coolest looking boards I have, and it is probably the most inexpensive board that I have. Fuck yeah, dude. Hype. And we got little rainbows. Boom. Here, let's fuck with my camera settings real quick. Cool, that's still on. I don't want to turn that off because it'll change the lighting. But you can kind of see RGB dips out, little lines, diffused nicely. I think the settings up. Just cool. This is just a cool board. Just like overall, this is just a cool board. Let me get my stuff put up and then we'll do a sound test. This is easily going to be a board that I'm going to type on for like a solid 2 to 3 weeks straight. But where does it go on the cool board? I have no idea, man. Who the fuck knows? What do I want? Everything ever cool? Oof. That is cool. All right, so I'm going to mute myself real quick. Set the mic in a good position. Worth noting, this is a dynamic microphone. It's not meant for sound tests. I think that it's hard. So take what you will with how this sound test sounds. I think it's probably going to sound really, really good. But just take it with a grain of salt. So once again, this is a stacked acrylic case with a copper plate with 89 gram creams lubed with 205 grade 0 The springs were lubed with my own little concoction. That is just a lot of different lubes put together. Yeah, here it is. Fuck! Oh, that sounded good, man. Sounds better in person. Oof. SMKeyboards. I can't recommend them enough. So let's get down and dirty. This board it's very flat. It's very, this is as close to an integrated plate feel you're gonna get. It's a sandwich mount, true burger mount, really. Stacked acrylic. This plate feels great. It's very, very stiff. It sounds good. It resonates. Like I said, full review. I'm going to give this board, I don't really have like a rating system, but if I did, I'd give this board like a solid 7. Price, if we're going strictly off price, basically a 10. It's super affordable. Got a lot of custom stuff going on. A couple different complaints. Like I said, I do think that the plate has some, it could be a little bit more snug. I think the one thing I'm noticing right now is, I don't know how this is, but the when keyless is hugging a little bit on the right. It's not touching, but it's visibly... It is visibly the spacing is just a little bit off. So that is my one true complaint about this that I didn't even really notice until I put caps on. Spacing can be fixed though. Also, if you got this board and the top 2 pieces of acrylic were slightly off, probably the easiest part to fix. Because it's a lot cheaper to cut 2 or 3 top pieces than to cut a plate. The color matching was very nice. I thought he did a fantastic job with the color options available to him. RGB diffused is pretty freaking solid. Overall, like I said, this is a great board for the price. Like, I think I spent $250 for a custom plate. If you get a standard plate, I'm sure it's a little bit more and less expensive. Copper plate's also a little bit more expensive. Like, I get that. I wanted to go a little bit fancier. Excuse me. I just burped right into the mic. So it's, that when I point this out, shit happens, right? I don't expect perfection. I might talk to him later about buying a couple extra tops for this. That it does not affect functionality of the board. So solid board. Very excited, very happy that I got this. It's one of those things where, like, I always feel like Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec when you're like, I'm just gonna type everything I know. Like, it's just a cool board. I would recommend. I think, you know, I hope that he can kind of up his production, because I would start recommending this kind of board to people that are new. If you're new to this hobby, TKL PCBs are becoming more and more of a thing. If you grab yourself a Heine PCB, you can get one of these boards that is really cool. This is just a cool board. This is just a dope as fuck board. So well done, SMKeyboards. Well done. Like, glad. I cannot say, if you guys get a chance, highly recommend getting in on this, because I can't tell you enough how happy I am with this board. Can confirm, built the TKL with Heine PCB, and it's great. Boom. Speaking of Heine PCB, this is the H60. I don't know if it's going to be green. I don't really care if it's green. I do like that it shows kind of where the stabilizers go. But this is the PCB that will be sold alongside the Squid 60. I don't care if it's the color, nor should you. You're not really going to even see it. So this is just a cool design for it. It's really throwing off my camera, though. That's kind of funny. It's like fucking with it. Like I said, hopefully I can get the... ANSI will work. Yes, so you do not have to buy the PCB. The PCB will be running alongside it. So if you already have a PCB, you don't have to buy a PCB with the Squid 60. It is just, if you want to buy it together, you will get it sent together. So, God damn it, Lang, I love you. So, more info. Whoop. That's in the wrong thing. That's why that didn't work. So anyway, guys, thank you very much. I'm going to just run through it real quick. Fropsy's joining us tomorrow. Mr. Hype Beast himself, a great designer. Real question, though, MX only, or will be Alps be a thing? Alps will not be a thing. So I can't get over the sound. It's like perfect. For this board, yeah, I can't wait to take my headphones off and just type. So I'm sorry, Fropsy, tomorrow, 8 p.m., join us with Osiris will be joining us. Sorry for the mic hit. Sorry for your ears. I'm just dropping fucking everything, man. I did so well on the build that now my life is falling apart slowly. But, you know, Fropsy's joining us next week. We've got a really awesome guest. So get excited for that as well. Check out our awesome sponsors, switchmod.net, Dixie, Canon Keys, and Project Keyboards, as well as our amazing partners with Zap Cables, with Iron Smith & Rune with Iron 165, and Type Beast. Check all that stuff out. Is anybody else streaming right now? I can look that up myself, but who's streaming right now? Mech Merlin. IMU, you're streaming. Yeah, we're gonna raid Mr. IMU or you. So, but thank you guys very much. One more show off of this bad boy. I'll take some pictures tomorrow with some better lighting. So super happy. Check out SMKeyboards. This is I was not paid to do this, by the way. I bought this with my own money. This is not a sponsored video by any means. I just wanted to try out this board, and I'm super glad that I did. Check out SMKeyboards. And yeah, if I had not bought this, I probably wouldn't have screwed up the address thing. But I need a dots theme board. That'll be a cool looking board. So let me set up this raid. All right, raid is started. What are we gonna say? 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 Oh, I know. Lang, are you here? Lang, all caps, yell at me if you're here. Lang, please let me know if you're here before this raid goes off. Lang, 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 Lang. Sadly, I don't know. Chat, what are we gonna say? What are we gonna say? He was. We're gonna say this Josh is best Josh. So let's raid with that. Thank you guys very, very much. Check out SMKeyboards. See you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time. Go check out I Am You Are You. And as always, buy a Switch tester.
Artisans, and they are really, really well done.
I don't know what those words mean. I mean,
Those
I know what
all
they are.
different
I just
Pokemon. You have to be in the know. Come on, man.
Do I have to catch them all?
Yeah, hobby. Mechs on deck. Thank you for the raid with a
What
party
up,
of
Mechs on deck?
38 people.
I feel like my
Stash.
Thanks. What's up, man? How you guys doing? What up, Stash? How you doing, man? Hopefully really well. I am trying to get this rotary encoder, which has kind of bent legs, and one of them is like super tweaked and can't be bent a lot more without breaking the leg off. Trying to get it back into this board. I knew it was going to be kind of a pain in the ass removing this,
Skeletor, thank you for the follow.
getting it back on, but
Tactilitarian, welcome.
Skeletor, what's up?
That is
Tactilitarian.
an awesome name,
That is
by
an
the way.
awesome name. Yeah, it'd be really
Players
cool.
here says I've managed to avoid the artisan rabbit hole as far
No shit, me too, man.
as possible. Thus far. Yeah, I think you've only got like one artisan though.
And
At
it
this
was
point.
given to me by a customer.
This is true. But it's a cute artisan. Little Yeti, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
SMKeyboards, welcome.
He's like a little kid, man. What's up, SMKeyboards? How you doing, man? How you doing?
Monster Lake
I love
says
your
I
work,
can
by
ship
the way.
new encoders to you.
Can you? Yeah, that might be required. I'm gonna try. I'm
Janitor
not
says,
done.
A lot of key sets are really dope, but it's so hard to find on the resale market. I've been looking for a Metropolis set for the past few days, and it wasn't until I went to bed last night that someone posted a sale for the base plus science plus brick. Wow.
How long was it gone in?
Yeah, how quickly did it sell or go?
That sucks though, by the way. Sorry, man.
$100 each aftermarket for artisans. That's crazy. Jeff Leopard, hi friend.
What up, Jeff?
And you have many mini figurines, like D&D
What's up,
minis
Chewy?
or
How
like
you doing, man?
other kinds of minis.
You checking this out, Chewy? Listen to this, man. I got my mod in here now.
Hi Chewy, or as Jeff likes to say, Chewart Little. Chewart.
Chewart Little. Wow, dude. Wow. I will avoid calling him that.
I think that's adorable.
Mike, oof, oof. See, now that's what I like calling him.
Dave, Mike Dave.
Yeah. Dave, Mike, same word. Same word.
Same whatevs.
That's how you know we're
Whatever.
friends. I have a nickname for you.
That is personal.
Well, no, which is based on me just calling you the wrong name after spending like an entire fucking weekend with you. I don't even know where it came from. It was just like I just randomly said the wrong name.
Keyboards.
I think I was talking to somebody named Mike right before.
SMKeyboards says, I legit thought this was like an awesome AI chat reader for a second. No, I am not. I am not Siri 2.0. I am a real person.
Yerp. I mean, some would say.
Max on deck, Chewy is. I'm known as Mike around these parts. You have to say that. I feel like you have to wear a cowboy hat.
And like a shirt that says Mike on it.
Yes. We'll have to get that for you.
Okay. This
We'll print
is
that up
like
for you and give it to you at KeyCon, Chewy. Shark says that's what an AI would say, is that they're not an AI.
right though.
SMKeyboards, why did I type second as second? I need to go to bed. Alexa, what's the temperature outside? Oh. It's raining, so what?
The
Moist
temperature is.
for everybody who hates that word.
Oh.